Yeah, fine.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We go back to that
Yeah.
question. So why did you choose to go into fashion? You did? Okay. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Tell us, I don't know if you want me to do this, but like a cute little story about why you decided to go into fashion.
Oh, my cute little story about fashion is that it was just a coincidence. I'm more of an artist, a painter. That's where I used to like to get my hands dirty. And my friend from Denmark, she actually asked me if I want to try to study fashion. And then I thought, why not? It's another way of me being creative. So I tried it. I hated it at the beginning, but then I saw my way. I saw that I can actually get my way in here, and this is where it started to make sense to me.
One question: what do you think your role model, like Vivienne Westwood? What do you think she has a strong position in the industry? What did she do before? You know what I mean?
I think she's just authentic. Her values are in place and her action is in place, and that for me is the ultimate proof of one's convictions. If there is a story behind, if there is a thought behind, then you are inspiring others. You are changing mindset, right? You are like, I don't know. You are getting through walls in this way. Because you are authentic. If you don't have that, then I don't know what you're doing, and I would never look up to you.
Can you tell me what your weaknesses are?
My weaknesses are
both professional or personal. You can just choose what to say.
I just my mind, and I just run 100 miles an hour, and sometimes I don't know when to stop. My weaknesses. Do I have any? You tell me. I would rather hear feedback from people, because that's where it's kind of like it's just, I don't know. It's relevant, more relevant. I love hearing critics. That's what I love people about, for having a different point of view. I cannot relate. I have only one point of view.
It's always hard to find your own weaknesses. It's always like try to figure, okay, it's hard, of course. Always, yeah.
Well, it's hard because you kind of think that you have too many of them, but at the end of the day, I would wish not to focus on them too much, although I am aware of them. I keep on working them, yes, but I wish to focus on my strengths, and that's why I empower people to focus on your potential and work really hard to find out what it really is that you are so good and so passionate about.
I
think algorithm is all about finding out who you are, how to work with it, and also about accepting the fact that we grow, we learn, we change every day, and that change never stops. Let's just stop thinking that there's no permanence in life, and I think algorithms is just relearning every single day.
Can you tell us what is sustainable fashion?
Well, what is sustainable fashion? Sustainable fashion is something it's the reason why I'm doing fashion, because if I wouldn't get an extra reason to do what I do, I wouldn't do it. What's sustainability? Sustainability is everything to do about people, and that's what I'm really focusing on. That's what I only care about is people, but where we also live in the world, and that's called environment, right? So we cannot like exclude ourselves from the context. So the very product for me is the last. So my philosophy starts from people, moving into environment, and finishing up on the products we actually wear. Fashion is amazing. It's a way of our self-expression, but we need to express ourselves in a responsible way. That's what my mission is for.
And you want to design your collections by empowering people, or what is the
Algorithme,
what is your behind your design?
Algorithme is all about people. It's about encouraging people to be their own role model. I think style has a lot to do with your identity. So if you don't express yourself in the right way, you might end up doing something you're not really meant for doing. Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration for your designs?
What I get the most inspired again, it's by people, because I want to be relevant. People is my subject of study, so that's what I analyze all the time. I analyze people, I analyze the context. I think Danish people or Scandinavian people, they've been brought up in this kind of sustainable thinking, and thinking as we are in this together, rather than just, oh, I'm just one and I'm just egoistic. I think sustainability is all about thinking as we, in opposed to think only me, and I think that's the best thing I learned. So my agenda is not only about myself; it has to be bigger than that.
Can you tell us something about the production? I know that you don't have it on the spot, but what do you think about when you're trying to produce your clothes, your design? What do you think? What do you have in mind when you? Because it's quite important when you're in this.
I want, as a company, as a brand, I want to be ultra transparent. So it's definitely interesting for me to work with suppliers who can give me a product or material which is less harmful to the environment. It's possibly been recycled before, or it's innovative enough that can have some extra function. And what I'm the most interested in is durability, because if I can produce a classic white shirt which is going to last you longer than what she's going to buy in just a normal store chain, that's already a success for me. So I'm looking at quality, at innovation, of course, but also ethical production. There's a lot of things to look at as a fashion brand, and it's a difficult process to go through, but it's definitely very important to stay very picky and quite going back and forth to see what do I actually want to change here, because that's what sustainability is. It's about solving a problem which we have right now with fashion. So
I have one crazy one to the end.
Do you have any advice for people who want to get into fashion or just be artists or express themselves?
Oh yes, stop being afraid. It doesn't help. You will always be afraid. Ignore it.
So what do you think about the team right now?
Courtney is rocking it. Joanna is amazing, and Diana is the surprise of 2017.
Nice.